Welcome back to this Illustrator Basics tutorial. Today we're going to be going over brushes, which are kind of an effect that gets applied to strokes, or a texture if you will. So I have some open here. You can open up this brush panel by going to Windows, Brushes, and select the ones you want. You could select under these artistic ones, pick some of these. Really the only good ones are under artistic and vector. So I've got some open already. So I'll draw a couple shapes and show you how this follows the path that you're working with. So I'm going to draw just a line with the pencil tool and take that curved rectangle tool and draw that out. I'm going to get rid of the fill on that. So I'll select this pencil first and apply a brush stroke to it. You see it applies that texture to the stroke I made. Now I can apply it to anything with a path. So if I'm just working with the stroke around here, I can apply that texture. So let's go ahead, delete these, go to File, Place, and we're going to import this one and place our image here. And go to Object, Lock, Selection, or press Ctrl 2. So we're going to draw a nice little wing to her, make her like an angel waiting to fight off injuries. So we will just draw a nice wing shape going off of her back like so. Then we'll select all those and we'll try and find a nice stroke that kind of fits this look. I really like that one, that charcoal tapered. So you can see how brushes will take something that's kind of boring and generic, like a straight line that goes through here, and changes it. Of course, you can go in and change the profile too, which adds a little something more to it. Then switch it like so. Now there are some brush strokes that have a different opacity to them. So if I take my pencil tool, bring this over here, just draw a good enough halo, and change it to this. Oh, gotta select it first, change it to that. You could see this has a opacity to it, so you could see through it. Now we could layer a couple of these and it creates a neat effect that you might be looking for, but that is something to keep in mind, is that some of these, you may really like them, but some of them have a different opacity, which changes the color on them too, not just the ability to look through them. So even if I layer a bunch of these on top of each other, I'm gonna need a lot of them before I start to get to that color that I was looking for. So let's just go ahead and delete that, and we'll make another line here. And we'll select that, and let's choose one of these ink splotches. You can see it follows the line a little bit, but you're not going to get like ink splotches that go along that line. These are meant to be dragged out onto whatever you're working with. And if you would take your selection tool and select them and add a fill color, so if you want like a blood splotch or something like that, well, that just adds a fill color to the whole thing. So what you would have to do is take your direct selection tool and directly select one of those ink splotches and add your color, or take your selection tool and select it all and go to Object, Ungroup. And you're going to have to do that a bunch of times because this is just really a bunch of groups within a group. And then you can finally select one of these paths. See, I ungrouped them all, so now there's little specks that were in there I was selecting there. So you could select one of those splotches and change just the color of it. Well, that's all we have for today's tutorial. If you found this video helpful, why don't you throw us a like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss any future videos. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.